This is going to be a fun Cardano video, and the starting point, the core point to this video kind of lies within this tweet that I tweeted earlier. Check this out. It says, I tracked ADA from 8 cents to $3 back to 24 cents. Along the way, there have been bumpy roads and plenty of personal attacks towards me, but none of that changes the value I see in Cardano and the massive silent majority of people who are in this boat with me, bullish on Cardano. Now, before we dive into some really important charts in regards to this, and I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about, I just want to throw this out there. This is my crypto journey. I know I'm extremely bullish on Cardano, but that's just because I'm just a guy out here, a crypto investor like you, just bullish on a certain crypto. It happens to be Cardano, but I really like illustrating and breaking it down. So let's just jump into the charts right now. And I want to show you what I'm seeing on the charts. And please hit the subscribe and like and comment below. Let me know if you see what I see. Now, right off the bat, you all know we've been tracking ADA on the zoomed in. This is a daily chart. There's volatility probably getting ready to happen. So I want to point out before we zoom out and talk about this concept, whatever happens on the short term right now, as I'm uploading the video even, maybe there's a 10%, 20% move to the upside or just a crash to the downside. Put aside that for just the length of this video, and I want to focus on the zoomed out because this is where my head is at most of the time. It's the zoomed out. And so if we're going to piggyback off of this tweet that I just went over in terms of my own journey tracking ADA price, my own journey with Cardano, this is what I want to show you. I was alluding to kind of this 8 cent range, was kind of when I started really probably consistently tracking Cardano. And this was in the summer of 2020. Two things to point out at that part of the Cardano chart. Number one, market cap was right around $4 billion in that time frame. The other thing is this, and this is incredibly important. The Bitcoin halving right here, this line, May 2020. So you can see the summer after that Bitcoin halving in 2020. This is what the ADA chart generally looked like, right? This is what was getting ready to happen. We know when we look at crypto cycles, Bitcoin, doesn't matter if you're in Bitcoin or not, Bitcoin offers such a really solid roadmap in terms of cycles. So that's the Bitcoin halving. And we know the bull market kind of just getting ready to happen after that halving, right? And this is what it looks like on the Cardano chart. So I started covering Cardano then, and you can just see Shelley staking mechanism just getting ready to start, right? The staking, this consensus mechanism that Cardano is well known for, rightfully so. It has the best staking mechanism in crypto, just starting when I was covering this content. And then we have the multi-asset ledger. We have the Alonzo hard fork, the introduction of smart contracts. We have Vassal and kind of the introduction of scalability to Cardano. All of these things have transpired in the bull market and the bear market that we just went through. This is absolutely huge and pivotal in terms of what I'm about to discuss. And what I'm going to discuss is essentially this. Where are we in the cycle and what is in store for Cardano? And it all has to do with, from my point of view, it all stems from what happened this entire last cycle. Because right now, if we take the next Bitcoin halving, and we're going to look at what this looks like for Cardano in terms of price and in terms of market cap. But if we take the next Bitcoin halving, March 2024, in that general range, and we look at where Cardano is right now, we can say, okay, and this is a very just simple way to do this. We could be there's multiple indicators suggesting we might be a little bit before or after what I'm about to say, but we just take our date range from where we are on Cardano and we just extend it to the halving. That's 335 days. Let's just say less than a year before the halving. If we go back here and we just extend the similar time frame and we can look at 335 days, if we're going to take this strategy of using halving as just a guide, a pivot guide from bear market to bull market, we still have 335 days until the real bull market starts. So that's number one. This is a long-term thinking view, meaning when I did start consistently just covering Cardano, theoretically, I was right around here on this chart, right? So we're early in terms of the shift into the bull market. And I think that's a good thing because if people kind of missed out on so far this bear market low, I think there's some time still before the real bulls really step into play. That's number one. Number two is this. We might not have 335 days, right? So again, there's multiple indicators that suggest we could be at a different type of time frame. The other thing is, hopefully we don't have some type of event like this, the COVID event that we had pre-Bitcoin, right before the last Bitcoin halving. So what did Cardano do? Cardano went from $4 billion market cap when I was tracking it to above $3 to just under $100 billion market cap. That's $94 billion market cap. And if we just look at from a price range perspective, let's just take it from right around 8 cents to that high. We're looking at around 3,500% gains from when I started really tracking Cardano and what it delivered on. And I just want to be very clear about this, because this is, in this cycle, what gets me so bullish is the fact that all of those things, Shelley staking, smart contracts, DeFi coming online, scalability, all of those things hadn't happened yet, right? And this was partly for me a very speculative play when I started covering it, because these things were in the pipeline. And Cardano seemed like it was, and the team behind Cardano seemed like they were very ready to release these things, maybe slower than many would have hoped, but they were very ready to release these things in a consistent and reliable manner. And it played out because it's exactly what they did. They released all of these things. The roadmap coming to fruition as we go through era to era. So that's kind of number two in this step-by-step process, right? So we have the halvings as a starting point, as kind of a roadmap timeline guide. And then number two, it's what's the narrative of the cycle? Last cycle was, well, all of these things getting ready to happen, getting ready to kind of become the foundation to Cardano. Well, now here we are getting ready to approach this next Bitcoin halving, getting ready to approach the next bull market, whatever that looks like. And all of these things are in play now. And so we have DeFi coming online. We have just so many new avenues for innovation and for builders and for developers to actually build and grow on Cardano, for this parabolic rise of user base using Cardano. And so that is what I'm very excited about in terms of Cardano now. So the value proposition of Cardano is way stronger actually this time around than it was back here. And so you saw what happened back here. And so for this blockchain that I think, and anybody can do their own research and come up to their own conclusion, this blockchain that is doing a very good job of solving that trilemma of scalability, decentralization, and security, this next move for Cardano, this next move for this crypto, I think has so much potential power. I say things like it's a pressure cooker getting ready to explode. I say things like it's only a matter of time, and it comes off so clickbaity. I understand that. But again, as just a crypto person, just like you, tracking this story, and we've tracked so much of this story so far, I'm just simply excited as far as me tracking these charts, and this is all my opinion and how I see things. I'm just ultra excited to see how this next bit of speculation as we go into this next cycle plays out. And so if we're looking at this now, we can start kind of really seeing what is happening. 4 billion to 94 billion in the last bull market high, back down to where we are right now, right around $14 billion market cap. I say this time and time again, $500 billion market cap is in play. And that's not my official prediction for the next bull market. I want to say that because I think some people run with that. I'm not saying 500 billion next bull market high, $15 next bull market high. I have not done a Cardano prediction video yet for this next bull market. I think it's possible. And it's very simply because Cardano, in my view, is doing everything Ethereum has done, but way better, way more secure, reliable. Now we have scalability coming into play. And so $500 billion market cap, which Ethereum has done and achieved in the last bull market, is in play for this blue chip crypto called ADA. And it's not hype. It's just very simple data. Cardano is a top cryptocurrency, and it has been consistently. So to think for a second that ADA could reach 500 billion, that's not some like crazy, insane thinking. It's actually extremely realistic. To not realize that, I think, is a little bit crazier. So that's $500 billion market cap in play. Now, if we kind of cruise along here, the question then becomes, where are we in the cycle, right? And so I don't want to predict or guess where we are in the cycle, but what I can say is, and this is just my opinion as to how I see the charts, I truly think the Bitcoin halvings, and just since there's not a lot of data in terms of this Cardano chart, I'm just going to show you a Bitcoin chart. In terms of Bitcoin halvings, you can just see these lines on the chart. They have been so reliable in terms of crypto entering that bull market phase, that parabolic phase after the halving. And so I generally like to just be on the side of caution, which is to say, we all would like the crypto charts to keep going right now and the bull market starting now. But I like to think if we go to the ADA chart, and I like to prepare in this sense on the macro, because this is all mental to me. I like to think if that trend continues and we have to wait, kind of like we waited for last halving before Cardano really makes that crazy move, if we have to wait 300 plus days, it is what it is. We zoom in on the charts all of the time. The daily chart, this is the weekly chart. We check out the 6 hour. I'll probably be doing a 6 hour chart in my next ADA video. But at the end of the day, core to it all is this chart. It's just the zoomed out, whether it's a weekly, a monthly, it's a longer term vision. I haven't even talked about $1 trillion market cap, but I think that's in play, not for the next bull market, but for Cardano itself. This industry is so early. It is so early. And it's, again, $14 billion market cap. The upside for Cardano, especially after all of this downside, this typical bear market that we just went through, the upside for Cardano is extremely strong. And this is just the very simplest way that I can describe my crypto journey so far as it relates to Cardano and what I think is in store for Cardano. There's so much to it, but that's a simple version of it. So let me know your thoughts. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, everybody. I really appreciate you. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.